All right, next lesson, we're going to work on the electrical plan. You need to envision like the electrical at your house. So we're just going to place some lights, and we're going to have some switches. We're going to connect the wires, and we're also going to place some outlets at the bottom. Before we do anything, the most important thing we want to do is we want to right click here, and we want to duplicate this view. Okay, and we're going to duplicate right here, click on duplicate, and we get a second copy. Okay, once we get that copy right there, we're going to rename this the electrical plan. So I'm going to leave it to floor 1 electrical plan. All right, we're going to keep this fairly simple. Then you go to component, and in your copy that you'll be using for Skills USA, you'll see some ceiling fixtures. I'm just going to go place some ceiling fixtures in here, just like if I where I wanted lights to be placed. Everybody knows where they'd like to have a couple lights placed. I would probably do bare minimum, okay, instead of everything. So here you see it's a little bit cleaned up. Some of my notes are gone. The most important thing is just making sure that the lights are placed in spots that make sense, and make sure that you place lights on the outside. All right, I'm just going to do really, again, some bare bones. Maybe in the garage we might have 4 lights in there just to have a little bit of extra. Try to line them up as best you can. All right, those were ceiling fixtures. They are not in the drawing that you have right now that you're working on if you're watching this at home, but they will be in there tonight, and you just place them in there. The next thing that we need is we're going to need some switches. Now there's lots of switches that are in here already loaded. They're not in your drawing that you're working on, but we want just a single pole switch. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to place it on the wall, and I'm going to connect. This is where I'm going to connect the wires. All right, how do we connect these? We just want this switch to turn on that light. Now we don't have to get too crazy with this. There's supposed to be some like gentle bends in the lines. We're going to use the spline command, which is right here, and I'm just going to click from there to right there, and I'm going to hit enter. Only problem was I wanted that to be a hidden line and not a regular line. So now that is connected. I come in, I turn the light on, that switch is going to go on. We'll do that again. Underneath annotate, detail lines, make sure we're using hidden lines, and we're going to use the spline. So I'm going to start here at this switch, go to the center, okay, back here to the center, and I'm going to hit enter. And that did not connect very well, so I can go back and just kind of drag that through there. So both of those lights are connected, and you're done. In an area where you wanted to have a light turned on from 2 different spots, we want to have what we would call a 3-way switch, okay? So if these lights were all going to be connected and we wanted to have a switch here and a switch there, then you use what we call 3-way. So I'm going to go to component, go look for my switches. All right, there's 4-way, 3-way is right here. We're going to put the 3-way there, and we'll put a 3-way here. So now all I have to do is connect those lines. So we're going to go to model line. Again, make sure it's a hidden line, and we're going to use the spline. We're going to start here. We're going to go through here, go through there, and end it right there. Hit enter. Those lines didn't work too well. All we're going to do is we're just going to try to drag that point through there, drag it through there, drag it through there, and drag it through there. Okay, just get them close. They should be going through there. All right, so now we're saying that's an S3. The next thing you need to do is, even on these outsides, you have to have a switch for every spot. So I'm not going to do all those. And then we need to put some outlets in. We're using duplex outlets. So those will be loaded as well, probably underneath O for outlet, duplex receptacle. GFCI is where there's going to be water. Duplex outlet right here. Standard duplex outlet. So there's something we can plug in. That's not the one we want. Let's see here. These are not the ones that we want. Let's see here. We are going to want, I'll make sure you have only that one loaded. I'm not exactly sure. I'm doing a recording. There it is. We want the duplex receptacle standard. Okay, I'll make sure that the other ones are not in there. And just like you have in your bedroom, just put a couple outlets in here around. Those do not have to be wired. Okay, any questions? You can see me in class. That's it.